Racer fans, Hallie Pinkham here with head coach Kara Amundsen for This Week in Racer Softball. Coach, congratulations on your all's wins this weekend at the Hornet Invitational. I know the weather kind of changed your all's route a bit. What happened there? How did you find a new tournament for the girls?
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Kennesaw State's head coach called me on Thursday morning. He was trying to wait to the last possible second to make the call, and the field conditions out there were just crazy because of the snow and the ice they had been getting, and just started calling pretty much anywhere that I knew that had a tournament that was close enough. There was a spot in the Alabama State tournament because one of the teams from their tournament had a flight canceled because of the weather on the East Coast. So it just kind of so happened that we could pop in there and got some games in beautiful weather, so it worked out.
Yeah, well, I'm sure the girls are feeling pretty good after those 3 big wins. They were
Yeah.
solid wins.
Yes.
So in that first game against Gardner-Webb, the first few innings were kind of tight for you guys. Until Jocelyn Rogers, her single, knocked in Casey and Maggie.
Yep.
How'd that hit bring some momentum to the girls?
I mean, it was huge. You know, you always want to score early in the game and kind of set the momentum. Like you said, I think it was scoreless through 4 innings, and then we got on the board first. So it's you know, for any sport, when you can be the first one to put some runs up on the board, it always gives you a little bit more confidence, gives your pitcher a little more confidence going out there the next couple innings. So it's always a big deal to score first, and especially in a tight game like that.
Well, now, even though there weren't a large amount of hits the whole game, were you pleased with the next 2 runs coming from steals?
Yeah, I mean, anytime that you can capitalize on things that the other team maybe doesn't do so well is always a good thing. That's something that we preach is we always want to earn what we get, but you know, if somebody's going to give you an advantage, then you got to try to take it as well. So.
Well, I think they did definitely, especially in that next game against Alabama State. The girls came out hungry for a W, didn't they?
Yep, and that's something that we've actually done a really good job of, is scoring in the first inning and then again in the second inning, and our offensive abilities so far has been really, really good, and we've been getting contributions throughout the whole entire lineup. Like you said, Gardner-Webb, the first RBI that we had was from Jocelyn, and she's hitting in the 8th spot in our order. So we're getting contributions throughout the whole entire lineup. So if we can keep that up, we're gonna be tough.
Well, and then finally on Sunday, the game against Alabama A&M, it must have been a nice confidence booster for the girls. That was a really good win.
Yes.
Many of them had some quality at bats. Pitchers stood strong the entire game. How's everyone feeling about this 5-2 record y'all have going right now?
I think they're confident in it, and I don't even know if looking at the record is something that they do. I'm sure they do, but I think that they just feel like they're in a good spot. They feel like we can compete with anybody. We're working really hard at practice every day, and just really trying to get better for Racer softball. And if we can keep that kind of focus, I think we're going to be tough to reckon with throughout the year.
Well, what are some things y'all are going to try to focus on this week as you head to Memphis?
Sure, yeah. We've got 5 tough games. You know, the first weekend at LSU, we played some top 25 teams. This weekend was a competition that I would say that we should have been beating, and this weekend I think is in between. You know, we've got 2 teams that we're playing that are getting votes for top 25, and some teams that compete every year. So it's going to be another good test for us and it's the first time we're playing 5 games in a weekend, so it's a little heavier amount of games in 3 days. So just being able to sustain and compete the whole weekend is something that we're really looking forward to do. Looking for our pitchers to come to work ready to go right away, and looking to score early in the game like we have been doing.
All right, well, we wish you the best of luck this weekend. Thank you again for joining us, and congrats on the wins. Well, that's it for today, Racer fans. Thank you for joining us, and be sure to keep up with the Racer softball team this weekend as they travel to the Blue City Classic.